literally could not get my video to upload. I don't know why, but so I'm gonna have to run it live for you guys. About to go sit y'all somewhere very quiet so y'all can watch this compilation video. Thank you guys for joining me for it. Let's get into it. Let's go.
Side too, grimy. Guess who's back? Guess who's back? Y'all want to sign too, grimy? Look at these two dudes, Uiie and Nipsey Hussle. On the block. On Instagram. On Instagram. Looking up. You say got it. Ain't nothing. I love nut though.
Very well known Crip got killed tonight. He has one son that plays for the Chargers and one son that does not. And I don't know which son it was that got killed. I think it's the son who doesn't play for the Chargers.
Nigga, right here.
Nigga up on field.
Damn.
Buddy, slum. Wherever that is, Phil was getting back in his court.
69th and Fig. 69th and Fig. This guy just got shot and killed. 77th Division.
Y'all gotta go. Y'all gotta go down. Time for you to go. Hey, it's time to go down, please.
Have you guys recently heard about what's going on between Britney Spears and Kevin Federline? Well, one of my subscribers has and has asked me to cover this story. Okay, let me just say this. I am not happy with the decline that I've seen from Britney Spears ever since this conservatorship has ended. I think the world was in her business and needs to stay out of it. Sometimes the people closest to these people know best, and sometimes they don't. So it was a gamble. It was a 50-50 call, but it turns out that there were some things that they may have been correct about. Britney Spears is known for her whirling and twirling, and baby, I don't have a problem with it. I love it. You know what I mean? I love the rolling and twirling. I get concerned with the look in her eyes and the smoking the cigarettes and some of the other behaviors, some of the things that she writes and some of the spaced out ways that she looks and her not, taking her medications on track or something like that. Those are the things that I in particular worry about in regards to Britney Spears. But those again are outside things looking in. Kevin Federline though has been bringing up a lot of stuff. As y'all know, her children are now grown. And so Kevin Federline has been bringing up a few things. TMZ had this exclusive the other day. I'm going to read it to you guys and I'll be right back. So the article is like Britney Spears vehemently denies K-Fed's allegations. He's just trying to get paid, she said. Then it says Kevin Federline has been firing shot after shot at Britney Spears as more info comes out from his upcoming tell-all book, which of course we're going to get to on Teahive Bookclub, because I do have something to say about this over there as well in a different perspective. Okay, but now Britney is fighting back on X. The Grammy winner wrote, "I 100% beg to differ the way he is literally attacking me in his interviews." And then here, where we can go into reading the response, it says, "To be loved unconditionally and with a naive heart like mine, always being threatened or made to believe I'm the bad one as they profit off my pain. Oh, dear Jesus, show me there is a God and I can too be loved unconditionally and not have to be so perfect, because it's really interesting. I 100% beg to differ the way he's literally attacking me in his interviews. If truth be told, the man in the interview went straight to the source and said it clear as day. No money from Britney for 5 years. You trying to get paid. That's what the general America is saying. Weird, you both have moved on. Your kids are adults. It's a different world now. Why is he so angry? And what's scary is he's convincing. It literally blows my mind the moments he stops before he cries. Are you effing serious? I know this book will sell loads more than mine. If you really love someone, then you don't help them by humiliating them. What scared me was how serious and angry he got. People have no idea. It is way worse than anyone could imagine. The boy hates me, and it is deep anger to literally say the things he is saying, as my mother cleverly says. Oh, you angry? We just love you so much and wish you were here. I'm like, what? You called me one time in 6 years, and why didn't you invite me to my son's birthday in Louisiana in my home for 2 weeks? They get entitled with special secrets as they treat me exactly the way my father used to. Yes, they secretly love to cast me out and make me feel completely isolated. So, in resolution, guess what I did, my friends? I bought myself a miniature greenhouse and made all of glass. It has a beautiful stained glass picture above the door. It is a mini house of healing. I do need healing, and I'm starting tomorrow on it. Nope, nope, not growing weeds. Cat laughing emojis. Lavender, rosemary, eucalyptus, and miniature shelves. Freeze your favorite flowers in the refrigerator. I'm serious. The smell is strong. Gardenias are unbelievable. Sage, peppermint, chamomile, tea tree. There are so many. I'm going to get real dirty in there with all the dirt. But I don't care. I'm honestly liberated and so damn blessed to arrive. There are so many things to do to heal. I feel like just general contact and communication with people. My birthday wish is not to fly anywhere this year. I want to have coffee dinner with Michelle Pfeiffer and Paris Jackson. It's important to look up to people and still believe in humanity, and there are extremely cool, beautiful people out here. I will start acting, doing real columns monthly, not about me stuff. People are never supposed to talk about controversy, shocking topics. Well, she means controversial, shocking topics. I might even start my own radio podcast. And thank you to the people supporting my heart right now. I know you guys understand it hurts. And Perez Hilton, you are absolutely adorable and made my heart smack. Okay? Normal people, it may have seemed like Brittany went off on a complete tangent, but I actually 100% understand what it is that she's trying to point out. She's trying to say, like, I've been attacked. She was telling a whole picture versus her just responding to him. It's not about him. This is about her. And so she wanted to paint a whole picture. So she started like, I want to be loved. And then she started saying how scary it was to watch him in these interviews talk about her as if what he's saying is true. And then she went into the things that she wants to do to heal. Now, other people would see that as crazy. I actually saw that as it made a lot of sense. Anyway, so in Kevin Federline's forthcoming memoir, set to publish next week, You Thought You Knew, K-Fed alleges that Brittany cheated on him with a female dancer and did drugs while still in the breastfeeding phase with their children, amongst other things. Kevin writes that her actions have had a negative effect on him and that he loved her, but Britt says this isn't how you show it. And we know what she said. If you love someone, you don't do it like that. That's not okay with her. You know, my whole thing though, I really do feel like Kevin Federline is trying to get some money, 100% is trying to get some type of income off of this, and it's very unfortunate because this is like the last thing Brittany needs. She already got people looking at her like she crazy, and then you got him sitting up here, oh, she did drugs while she was pregnant with our kids. Like, why do you need to revisit that stuff today? Why didn't you say that before your kids got grown? Why would you wait until your kids are grown and can comprehend and know what's going on to try to put out all these shocking factors? Like, Kevin Federline really pisses me off with the way that he acts and his actions. He needs to grow up and get out of her shadow. He's just mad because she no longer pays him child support and he wants money from her. And that's just that on that. And that's the way that I see it. And it really pees me off, man. Brittany 100% deserves way better than anything any Kevin Federline can give her. And she should have known that in the first place than to get involved with somebody like him who ultimately, 21 years later, is constantly saying her name in a negative way and trying to humiliate her. This is the mother of his children. He is just really diabolical to me. But Brittany definitely has left us and gone to space, and she does need a little bit of help. I believe that she is maybe still actively doing some drugs, and I wish that whatever she got a hold to that she didn't. It's very sad to watch her just mentally decline in the ways that we have over the years. Very sad thing. Okay, so as y'all can see, that was quite a bit, and yeah, I have a lot to say about it, obviously, because I just feel like, there needed to be a little bit more stepping in. While you were trying to be such a conservator, where were you to make sure that you were bonding this woman with her child and not just putting her to work and getting money for it? I mean, where was the actual caringness for her life? That is a big issue for me. And as y'all can see, people around her have piled up on her and decided to treat her a certain way. And so here we are today with her having to defend herself in this way. Crazy work. But let me know what y'all think down in the comment section. Talk to you later.
Whoop-dee-doo.
All right, so here is another reaction video. Now, y'all know it's Good Sunday, so I'm just sitting around. My dreads are all over the place. I'm in my PJs. I am just simply relaxing, and I'm sorry, but this is what it is right now. So I'm on my profile on my repost tab on Instagram. You can join me over there by hitting the QR code that is on my community wall, or you can just follow me at Truh Diamond if you do it old school. Now, I came to react to Monica and Brandy just suddenly, abruptly shutting down their show last night, which was absolutely crazy. Like, did y'all see this?
It's those of us who are refusing to get up. For me to accept what's
Going nowhere.
He said, I'm not going nowhere. Ooh, they seem confused. They don't even know what's going on. Oh my gosh. Y'all, first of all, look at all of the people in the stands that are walking around confused, wondering what's going on. Did y'all hear that one lady say, dang, they could have at least played a song for us on our way out? Like, what exactly happened here? That is so crazy. And this page, Pray You Catch Me, tagged Monica and Brandy in this post so they know what's going on. Now, mind y'all, they've been having some problems. Monica and Brandy have been having problems. The Shade Room posted them a couple of weeks ago or days ago. They posted them, okay, saying that Monica had temporary paralysis in her right vocal cord. Listen to this.
What'd you say, me?
So I was saying
What be happening in the elevator?
in the elevator. So when we the elevator, I'm in my 98. Oh my God, dreaming. This is the Brandy and Monica moment. This is what I wanted from the very beginning, and I'm freaking the fuck out because she's standing right there. I'm like, this is Monica. So I'm just trying to hold my swag. Thank God I had on glasses.
And what I be doing? Praying over us?
You pray over us.
I be giving a good Kojic prayer though while she over there.
She gives a Kojic prayer, but the Kojic prayer is about 30 to 45 seconds. And then she's
So
back.
when you can hear it,
Then
it's short.
she's back to being Monica. Like,
What is Monica? What Monica?
this is it. I'm so happy.
Excuse me, Brandy said, Monica, don't be over here trying to act like you holier than thou in this camera because I'm going to speak that realness over your soul right now. Okay? In Jesus' name.
I'm so happy to hold her hand.
I'm happy to hold
as
you.
the elevator's open. This
Well,
girl.
what am I doing?
But this is my hand holding hers, like holding on tight. She won't let go in case she gets swagged out. So I had to hold tight. But yeah, I'm tripping. And everybody around here just lay back.
No, but that's my
I'm
energy.
the only one tripping. That's why I know it out of her. That's why.
You know what I noticed about Brandy and Ray J? They're really animated. Like both of them are really animated, outspoken, like talk too much. No wonder they not really getting along like they should be in a, relationship, sister brother relationship. They both are very outspoken and have too much to say and want to perform for the camera and be in front of the camera. Brandy's just more laid back, but her and Ray J really have those type of similarities.
I'm gonna go get ready.
Not annoy me. I gotta tell you something too. Well, I can't tell you in front of them.
Goofy.
My hair out the way before they get
Tonight.
to the shade room. Tonight, y'all. We back. Night two.
Night,
Last night was great.
They're so gorgeous.
You was vocal Bible.
Oh my God! I don't know if I was vocal Bible.
You was vocal Bible.
Your vocals were crazy.
Well,
Vocally, Monica can, out-sing Brandy in circles. But Brandy has a beautiful, the way that she controls her voice. She just doesn't have the range. That's all.
I thank God for where I am because we found out, 2 weeks before tour, that my right cord has temporary paralysis.
What she's going through vocally,
That's
I
okay.
can't even.
How can
I
your...
still got all the songs out.
She's your dad.
Wait a minute now. What you got to do to get paralysis in your vocal cord? Like, what?
I got them now.
She's your dad.
Ain't no pity around here, just prayers,
She
patience,
sure did.
and work.
And I wish you guys can see that she's like rubbing my back. It is
Acting like my mama. We love y'all.
We love you guys.
Thank you.
Come see us.
It's too late in some cities.
It is.
Yeah, they sold out.
She sounded so country when she said that. It's too late in some
But
cities.
anyway, I've been tripping over the Brandy all day. She cool with it. I trip the fuck out. And for the people that saying, oh, you don't know who you are, and you need to stop acting like you don't know. Stop, y'all. You can respect another artist just because you got your stuff together.
Right.
I respect
Very
her,
true.
Okay? And if I didn't, we wouldn't be here on tour 27 years later.
Amen.
27 years. You think that
That's
never
a
meant
word.
something
Come
to
on,
some
preach,
people?
Brandy.
That's a long number.
Because people be trying to act like, oh, you can't like people.
No,
I'm like,
what needs to happen is the divisiveness
Look
has
at
to
Brandy.
end because
I
if
think
it
it
doesn't appear, it don't happen there. I just picked up my camera. We've been cutting up for the last hour. We just finished meet and greet. Thank you to everyone that has come. We love y'all, and we promise you the show is just going to continue to elevate. Last night was crazy. Where are we?
Milwaukee.
Ooh, I
Oh,
love
this is the second show. Let's not do too much promising. We still gotta work out the kinks and stuff like that. Let's not get the
weekend.
Okay, I'm loving how close I'm seeing their relationship come. They seeming real cute and real cozy with each other. Look how Monica looked up at her like this, with her head upside down. They seem really cozy, really cute. Don't mind letting their hair intertwine with each other. They're cute. I like this moment.
I believe we can too, but Mo is more of a faith.
And I'm about to get you outside a little bit.
Yeah, Mo is a little more faith-based.
After
real.
How weird is that with her calling Monica Mo when her stage name for Moesha was Mo? That is so weird.
After tour,
Maybe that's just one of those names that was meant to be in her life. That's so nuts.
I'm gonna get her outside. I am super faith-based.
Yeah, Mo is faith-based and prayer and
I know.
scripture. And me is more
Wild animal like Ray J.
Yeah, I'm more
Hood.
I'm scared. I'm that.
That's okay.
I'm that.
We about to be outside. Wait till this tour over. You gonna be like, what Brandy doing?
The way
there?
the hair laid making me feel
No,
like
I'm
I just
probably
need
not
to do
gonna
my
see her.
edges
Outside we're
and just tighten up my dreads.
Bye.
All right, so you guys got the chance to hear that. So here is Brandy walking off the stage, which is a moment that again left everybody so confused. My goodness, Brandy. I'm not gonna play the actual song, but as you guys can see, Brandy literally just turns around. She's singing, she just turns around and walks right off the stage. I think this is a person that is aware of their body. She's aware of the way that she feels. She's aware that she can get exhausted. I think she probably was aware that she's very tired already, and so decided that was her cue to just walk off. I'm glad she did that versus standing there and pushing her limitation where she just faints. But she was literally on stage by herself, and then the show just ended abruptly. I didn't think that was cool. I thought at least Monica could come and continue to keep singing or entertain them, but I guess that wouldn't have been fair to Brandy. Or would it have been? Would Brandy have even minded that? We don't even know. Here is what Brandy said. She said, "My dear fans in Chicago, thank you for all the overwhelming love, support, and most importantly, your prayers. I sincerely apologize for the abrupt end to last night's performance in Chicago. After weeks of nonstop rehearsals last night, I experienced dehydration and involved agreed that prioritizing my well-being was of the utmost importance. I still made the decision to try and return and give it my all despite not feeling okay. With having to make some adjustments and the show being very technical, unfortunately, it was just impossible to fully connect sonically with the production. I really appreciate everyone's best efforts. I'm deeply grateful to my sister, Monica, for stepping up with such grace and professionalism, and the entire crew for their continued care and support. I went from the arena to see a doctor nearby and have taken the proper precaution to help moving forward. Your understanding, patience, and unwavering belief mean the world to me. I look forward to returning to the stage stronger and more grateful than ever alongside my girl Monica tonight in Indianapolis with all of my love, Brandy." And look at her little signature, how she put it on there. That's so cute. You can tell she has that already ready on her phone. Okay, paste. Right, exactly. All right, well, I think it's cute. You know, I'm sad that it left everybody abruptly trying to happen and scrambling to understand why. I mean, somebody could have came out and made the announcement to the fans. I mean, somebody could have said something. That's all I'm saying. But y'all let me know what y'all thinking. Let me tell y'all this. It's very responsible that Brandy decided to step away before she allowed her fans to see her in a certain light. Some situations and certain artists, from especially the ones from back in the day, not the new ones who are willing to tell all their business, but the ones from back in the day that like to keep a little bit of secrecy about them. You know, we love it.
I never knew love like this before. Now I'm alone, nevermore. Since you came into my life.
Come on, baby. Come on. There. Come on, put a picture here.
Thousands of men getting
Come on,
their
yeah.
ID. There's a lot more confidence in the best and satisfied partners. You'll get connected with a licensed medical
Up, everybody. Okay, let's talk LeBron James right quick. This is a hot freaking mess, and honestly, I wouldn't have said anything about it if I didn't really think about it. And I think I want to do a panel on the Truh T Law and Crime about this subject. So just keep your ears peeled. You guys know I've been dealing with Teahive Bookclub channel recently, and I haven't really been on the Truh T Law and Crime, but I am most definitely thinking about holding a panel for this special situation. I mean, crazy work, LeBron James and this NBA mafia gambling scandal that's gone down. It is just a hot mess. So here is a real quick report. It says the NBA has been rocked by one of the scandals in decades, and now even LeBron James has been pulled into the chaos. Federal investigators have revealed shocking news details about a mafia-run gambling operation that sent the league into scrambles, honey, okay? Among those implicated are the Portland Trail Blazers head coach, Chauncey Billups, Miami Heat's guard, Terry Rozier, and the former Cleveland Cavalier, Damon Jones. They're accused of leaking private information about LeBron James to illegal gamblers. Crazy work. So, okay, according to the Daily Mail, the FBI's bombshell indictment says that former NBA player Damon Jones and longtime friend and former teammate of LeBron James has sold or attempted to profit from non-public information about LeBron James's injury status. You guys know all about them HIPAA regulations and stuff like that, which is crazy. Not to mention that LeBron thought this was somebody that was close to him who is trying to profit off of his personal information that obviously he wouldn't want us to know. I mean, why would the man want us to know that he's injured, and he's up in age and still playing basketball? So, of course, that's not something you would just want the public to know, or for that matter, any other teams or managers or anybody to know. I mean, that's a big risk on his career, right? So the leak reportedly occurred just days after LeBron James set the league's all-time scoring record before he was ruled out of a February 9th, 2023 game against the Milwaukee Bucks. At the time, Jones was serving as an assistant for the Los Angeles Lakers in the 2022 and 2023, season. Prosecutors say that he shared information with gamblers looking to capitalize on insider knowledge before the betting lines shifted. He's been indicted. Jones has been indicted in the federal gambling probe, which has shaken the NBA and sparked widespread outrage. I mean, just the internet is in a tizzy over this whole thing, and thank goodness this was not what I thought it was, because when I first saw LeBron James being pulled into this situation with people that are being indicted, I was a little bit worried. I'm actually glad to find out that we came out on the other side of this and LeBron is innocent and actually the victim of these criminals. Okay. Now, this scandal exploded on Thursday morning after the FBI confirmed a multi-state investigation into this mafia-connected gambling racket. Allegedly, they have ties to crime families in New York. And, that's a really big deal because those crime mob ties in New York flow really deep. Here is a statement from the FBI Director Kash Patel. Today, the FBI dismantled a multi-million-dollar gambling ring tied to La Costa Nostra, including current and former NBA players and coaches, as well as an inside scheme to rig sports betting outcomes for profit. Cheating, corruption, and laundering have consequences. We followed the money and the law caught up. So as you can see, they had an investigation into this racketeering ring for quite some time, and now everything has caught up again. So glad that LeBron, with his family and his children and his wife, is not a part of this hot mess. Officials have said that there were 34 arrests, including current and former NBA figures. The indictment claims members of the La Costa Nostra provided support and protection for illegal poker games. They collected debt and sharing profits from underground operation. One particular damning allegation involves rigged high-stake poker games in Manhattan, which prosecutors were saying were operated with the express permission of organized crimes families, and this was in exchange for gambling proceeds. So these little gambling rings would pay the mafia families in order to be able to continue to use, I guess, this setup that they have going on out in New York. Now, the NBA has confirmed it has placed Chauncey Billups and Terry Rozier on immediate leave indefinitely. They said, we are in the process of reviewing the federal indictments announced today. Terry Rozier and Chauncey Billups are being placed on immediate leave from their teams, and we will continue to cooperate with the relevant authorities. We take these allegations with the utmost seriousness, and the integrity of our game remains our top priority. Now, there is a debate going on online. People are saying so people are questioning how deep the corruption goes, and rather there should be more NBA players and coaches that should be getting arrested. And I'm sure we'll see some of that off in the future, where there will probably be more indictments. I mean, right now we have 34 indictments. I doubt that there was just 34 people that was involved in this mafia gambling scandal. However, I do feel like that this might come out through maybe some of the current people that are arrested, inmates or criminals or indictees. Okay, they might have a big mouth or feel like they need to exchange information for some type of mercy, or they could just not be done following the money trail. Or, and this happens all the time, guilty people do not get found guilty because the prosecutors are unable to find the evidence that they need to prove their case. So that could definitely happen. Let me read this. So there's another shocking layer to this scandal. Rozier is accused of staging an injury during the Charlotte Hornets New Orleans Pelicans game on March 23rd, 2023, after tipping off conspirators. According to the FBI, sports books in multiple states flagged suspicious betting activity on his statistics ahead of the game. On Rozier's statistics ahead of this game. He allegedly told defendants that he would leave early, triggering a wave of underbets on his points, rebounds, and assists. Over 200,000 in wagers were placed before sports books halted betting on Rozier altogether. So all of these people, all of a sudden, $200,000 is betting on Rozier. He left the game after less than 10 minutes, saying that he had a sore right foot and he had just jogged. He said that he was basically injured when he was not. Now, he had logged in 5 points at that time, 4 rebounds and 2 assists. Investigators allege that Rozier later counted the profits at his home alongside his other defendants. And this could result in some very serious time for him. That is taken very, very seriously whenever you have these scandals involving money and including the businesses. And let's not talk about the fact that we are actually talking about a huge, humongous entity such as the NBA. Hello. Now, LeBron James is not accused of any wrongdoing, but his name is being tied to the scandal. And of course, fans flooded because we were all worried. We were like, I know that LeBron James does not have anything to do with this. The continuing sweeping investigation that the FBI have going on, though, will ultimately render some prominent figures in the industry, according to my thoughts and a lot of different people's thoughts here on the internet. This is the NBA's biggest gambling crisis since the Tim Donaghy, I want to say his name is Donaghy, referee scandal. But the NBA is worried about their integrity and the reputation of their company, as they should be. It is a working business that makes billions of dollars. Why? Oh, why are we doing this? Also, let me tell you guys this. I do feel like when I see people in this position where they are clearly signing contracts for millions and millions of dollars, even if it's just 1 million, okay? They are signing these contracts. They are actively in the life that God gave them to be in, to be blessed in their position to be in, and then they do things like this. It makes me, number one, worry about their mental health, but number two, it gives a lot of light to their character in the first place. You are very blessed. There was no reason to just be greedy and do this. You know, it's very, very unfortunate. Thank God that it wasn't our boy, LeBron. All right, comment, like, and this was not on topic for me today, but I did hear that Kim Kardashian announced that she had a brain aneurysm. The media, people in social media are reacting because the reasoning for her brain aneurysm, according to Kim Kardashian, is that she was divorcing. I'm sorry, I have to switch my camera upside down. I'm so sorry about that, guys. So Kim Kardashian says that her brain aneurysm was caused to the stress and fallout from her divorce from Kanye West. She believes that it played a huge role in why it is that she is having this brain aneurysm. But what I do know is that in 1 in every 50 people, they have an unruptured brain aneurysm. So just know, when she says she has a brain aneurysm, there are 1 in 50 people in the United States that have unruptured brain aneurysms. Unfortunately, it's more common than we think it is. So crazy. But she said that she was diagnosed with a brain aneurysm recently during the teaser of the 7th season of the reality show The Kardashians, which is going to premiere Thursday today on Hulu. She said there's a little aneurysm. And this is in this little preview. Now, Kourtney Kardashian is surprised and she's shocked, and her mom is shocked, and Kim doesn't want anyone to know. And it seems like they played the last clip with Khloe Kardashian saying it's not that big of a deal. Maybe she didn't know what was going on at the time. And so you get those little moments there. But she was, as you can see, undergoing a brain scan, which is normal to do in her case. You should always be checking on yourself. I mean, not for nothing, Kim Kardashian is 45 years old, you know, and you didn't have enough silicone in your titties or your ass and had your stomach stretched to Hullabalooza to get your body back after, you know, giving birth to children and all that stuff. I understand that you probably do have a brain aneurysm, not to mention that you got 4 children with a man who you cannot stand, and you have to go. I think going through stuff with Kanye West is crazy. I could just see it now. Just see him ranting and raving about what I'm feeding the baby, and you fed him meat too soon, and you shouldn't have gave him that type of milk. You should have gave him this type of milk. Why did you give him that type of milk and not give me this type of milk? Why you put that band-aid on him and couldn't put a band-aid on me? And Kim Kardashian over there just crying, trying to figure out what is going on in this world, okay? Now, mind you, she seemed to suggest that her aneurysm had something to do with the stress. Like I said, prolonged stress can lead to high blood pressure, but they don't connect the prolonged stress to aneurysms. Scientifically, it's not connected. It never has been connected. So I was looking at her when she said Kanye stressed her to the point where she is having a brain aneurysm. Like, that's not even scientifically possible at this moment, according to science. So I'm sure that you wouldn't know that if the scientists don't know that. You know what I'm saying? One of those things. But girl, Kim, I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. At the end of the day, I'm gonna just be real with y'all, because yeah, I probably shouldn't say this, because what if it's really happening? But I don't believe her. I do not. Nope. And this was another way to make Kanye look crazy and to make him look, janky. Funny that right after Kanye West come onto the internet because people had concerns about North West's behavior on TikTok, suddenly teaser drops where Kim is garnering sympathy for having a brain aneurysm that she blames on him. Somebody said stress is the biggest killer ever, and I had to share this year, 2025. I had my share of stress this year, 2025. Now, here's the thing about that comment is that stress is not related to aneurysms. Unfortunately for everybody, we're uneducated, so we don't know that, but scientific fact. You can go look it up. You're not allowed to tell anyone as the cameras roll. Exactly. It's the gameplay for me. Some situations are so stressful that it takes a toll on your body. Feel better, Kim. I do agree with that. That is very much so true. I do want to say, though, I do believe that stress can manifest itself in many different ways. And so maybe, possibly, that's what could have, in that way, I don't know, caused the aneurysm. All I know is scientifically they don't go together. That's what I do know. I would have too. I'm so sorry. I'm glad she left. That is a fact. I'm so very glad that Kim Kardashian left Kanye West. That was a no. The world is stressed out as well. That's a fact. Aneurysms are not caused due to stress. My nana had one and had to have an emergency brain surgery. So I call BS. This is the most educated answer on this entire thread. Unfortunately, the rest of America and the people seem to think that stress is a real thing that causes an aneurysm. Not factual at all. All right. Well, let me see what this other person has to say. I'm see what these two. I will happily do a facelift before I do fillers and Botox. That stuff affects many and they keep it secret. Now, see, that could be a fact too. Divine LB said that it probably has something to do with all those surgeries. And that's what I was saying in the first place. At the end of the day, this is a woman who keeps getting surgeries to look younger and younger and younger, but she's actually getting older and older and older. You got to stop at one point. It's got to stop. The booty's got to come out. The stomach can't keep getting stretched and sucked and you know what I mean? Like tucked and and the thighs getting the fat sucked out the middle of them and wearing corsets that squeeze your organs together. All of those things, I don't think that she should be doing any of those things. I think that has more to do with the aneurysm than anything else. Should Kanye blame her for his mental health breakdown? ? We get it, Kim. You need to maintain your relevance to promote your brand. Okay, already. I agree with this wholeheartedly. There was no real reason for her to come for Kanye in regards to this aneurysm because, again, that's not how brain aneurysms work, as you can see that postpartum prolapse posted. Right. All right. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Unfortunately, very, very sad. This person, Design Yunky, said, you can't blame everything on Kanye. The levels of self-demand can put you on that position too. Just leave us alone for a while. Go on the island and try to sleep. Believe me, we'll be okay if you're not around. That's factual as well. I also want to say, though, that Kim does have her own career, and she does have a lot of things that she's doing all on her own. Like I said, she's got the kids and she's got this, she got that. I mean, stress doesn't cause aneurysms, but there's something that causes it. That's what she needs to figure out, not what's going on with Kanye, not blaming him, not wanting to garner sympathy from the public. Really figure out what's going on with your brain if this is real at this point, because the whole blaming it on Kanye thing is not cool. And then someone asked me in my last video about Kanye if I had his back, because he was talking about his situation in regards to TikTok and Northwest. I don't have Kanye's back. I just do understand that he meant that he wants his child to be limited on social media, and things like, Kim Kardashian having her body out and her titties and ass and all that stuff out is why. I'm just saying, it's just, he has a point. It's his daughter. All right, let me know what y'all think. Comment, like, and subscribe. Okay, what are you doing, sir?
Right now, I'm going to the library.
Oh, okay, library. Right. What's your name?
Trey.
Trey, tell us the most embarrassing thing about yourself.
Shit, most embarrassing. I don't even know.
You must be on Sundays.
Hell no. I keep deodorant on.
Okay, it's gotta be something. Let us know.
I sweat a lot though.
You sweat a lot?
Yeah.
Sweaty head and make.
Hey roomies, it's Kamala Harris, and it's HBCU homecoming season, one of my favorite times of year. And I actually, in my book, 107 Days, talk about our HBCUs, and I talk about the Divine Nine and the extraordinary part of American history that both play. And so this homecoming season, let us just do what we know how to do, which is celebrate culture, celebrate life, celebrate each other, our excellence. But I'm stepping in the shade room to say, let's make sure that we always remember American history. That includes the role of our HBCUs and the Divine Nine. I'll see you out there.
Elsie, you all right?
Yeah, I'm fine.
I thought Anna was gonna stand on business when it came to Cold Killer.
Wait, what?
Oh, wait, hold on.
When did I say I wanted to fight Cold Killer?
That's tea for me too.
You know I don't mind making Anna fight. What happened?
No.
wait,
We
how
want
you
to
put
get
it
to the
there?
bottom of these things.
When did I say I was fighting
Anna.
Cold Killer?
What's the tea?
What's the tea?
Cold Killer, you and Anna got tea?
Did you have any issues with Cold Killer?
Cold Killer, you acting like you're so
I didn't even know her.
No, this question is for Anna. This question is for Anna.
No, I don't even know her. All I know is that she didn't come to party because she said she don't fuck with me. But that has nothing to do with me.
Cold Killer.
That's what they said. But I never said I was fighting you, so I don't know where that came from.
Different occasions, you feel me? You was commenting on baddie blog pages, and I'm like, damn, she got an issue or
When
something.
I commented, like, who cares about the song, I did comment
And
that.
then
But
you
it was like,
comment
'cause
on
who
the bitch Marissa shit, and then you wrote me and you started
I
the
said,
shit.
I wish I wasn't beefing.
You don't know the situation.
That's what I said.
though.
That's all
You
I
don't
said,
know.
though.
You barely know her.
That's all I
You
said.
don't know
I
the
said, I
back
wish I
end.
wasn't.
What's up, y'all? I'm walking down the streets of LA today, California, yay, because y'all know I had to leave. Las Vegas. But I'm gonna go ahead and do the tea from where I am right now. So I wanted to talk about Kim and Croy Bierman, the hot mess of Atlanta in their community. All that fighting and screaming and going off and on and just doing the absolute most in front of all the neighbors. That is embarrassing. That is embarrassing, but they were having a crumbling marriage. And guess what? You just can't judge people like that nowadays. Just got to kind of try to take it easy and let people go through whatever it is that they are going to go through. So with that being said, I wanted to talk about them. I wanted to talk about how Kim has this new boyfriend, Kyle Mowitz. He's been seen all over the internet recently with her. And I want to move to this side because I'm going to let the picture be right there, right? So he's been seen all over the internet with her recently. And it turns out that Croy Bierman is just hating. And he's a hating ex-husband, okay? Croy Bierman is a lame baby daddy, it turns out here in these streets. I don't think he takes any accountability, and it really gets on my nerves. And I really do not like that in him. But here's what's going on. And then, my whole thing after this is just, I'll be back. I'll just be back. Okay, so in People, it talks about how Croy Bierman went to the court, divorce court specifically, and spoke to the wife of the boyfriend, Kyle Mowitz, who's involved with Kim Zolciak, and told her that Kim will drain money from Kyle, and that she was narcissistic and had a gambling problem. And this is the one that is the kicker for me, that she is not present for their children. That is a problem. Green said he called me. She said he was concerned for both myself and Kyle to be involved with her. He said that she would financially drain money from me and Kyle. And he said that she was narcissistic and had a gambling problem and wasn't present for the children. He showed Instacart orders and credit card numbers and claimed that she was able to match those transactions to her estranged husband, Kyle Mowitz's credit card. In April 2023, after 12 years of marriage, they both filed for a divorce, and then they tried to make it work for the kids. But by August 2023, they filed for this divorce again. Croy is asking for primary custody of the children, whereas Kim is asking for joint custody, and she wants full decision making, 50-50. It seems to me that Croy might be a little bit bitter right now. I'm a little bit concerned about Croy in this position that he's in. Talk about a bitter divorce. Talk about bitterness and bitter ways. So I truly do believe that there was a time, we have to remember, there was a time when Croy was co-signing everything that she did. There was a time where Croy would co-sign everything Kim did, down to buying jewelry outside of their budget, down to trying to get back on the show to get some coins. But guess what? Everything is an investment. So now you got to fix this part of the house so it can look like this, and it has to be camera ready, because the longevity of that lies in how much you're willing to invest in it. What clothes are you willing to buy for it? How many looks are you willing to give for it? This, that, and the other. So we have to remember that stuff as well. I am concerned for the children. That's a lot of children. That's 6 freaking children. That is a lot of children. And I'm also concerned for whatever children that Kyle Mowitz has. I don't think they should be stepping into this situation like this. But I mean, that's what's really going on. I didn't like that. So they're all being subpoenaed to divorce court for each other, which is absolutely ridiculous. And I mean, something is wrong with the folks. How is that even half-assedly something that you want to be sitting there being involved in? What I'm really scared at is that everybody in Atlanta knows that there's a lot of robbing Peter to pay Paul type of stuff that's going on. And I'm sure there's stuff that Croy and Kim did in Atlanta together that I'm scared that they're going to start just telling on each other at this point, because they're at a low point where they just starting to throw each other right up under the bus. She clearly left him financially drained, and I think that that's one reason why he is doing his due diligence to warn people, like, listen, gonna take you for everything you got. You gotta remember when she married Croy, he was in the cruxes of like the epitome of his career. So it's not like he didn't have anything when he met her. He doesn't have anything now. And I think he feels like she sucked the life out of him. But I think what Croy needs to realize is that they both made decisions to be together. Like you made the decision to be in this union together. And you're going to have to handle falling out of it together, and like sitting there and shitting on your baby mama because you guys are having a breakup or a divorce is not cool. Actually, it's quite lame. You chose to go back and forth with her at the point that you saw it wasn't going to work out the first time. You should have known. Y'all are both very similar people. And I don't understand how he is trying to make it seem like she's so this and so that, and she's going to financially drain. Sweetheart, y'all both financially drained the children, according to Ariana Bierman, and you guys both financially drained her parents, according to her parents. So I'm a little bit concerned with the blame game that's going on, but I think that's probably why they're getting a divorce now. A part of me does wonder if Croy genuinely feels that way. Like if he just doesn't know that he has to be accountable for half of that shit, and he just actually feels that way. And I think he does. I think that he doesn't know that he needs to be accountable for his part, and that he's willing to just throw her right under the bus, as we can see. She has a gambling problem. You should have been handled that years ago, my man. You know what I mean? But all right, it's sunny out here, y'all. And as y'all can see, I'm dying because I'm sitting directly in it. And it's like, oh my God, it's right in my face. Because it never rains in Southern California. All right, I'll holler at y'all.
That's why he wasn't gonna put it in. Wait, where is it? That's why. Wait, I don't see it no more. That's what? Oh. Thought a bitch ass niggas who wasn't getting no money season. Anyway, yeah.
I love my husband. Like, I married that man for him. Not for money, not for clout, not for anything, but for the love of, a union.
All right, you guys, today we're coming and we're talking about Little Kelly. Oh, Little Kelly's so cute. From the Real Housewives of Atlanta season 16, a newbie came in with a 1 and a 2, short and swinging on Portia. And I thought she was just going to turn into this like sweet little chihuahua that was going to retreat to the corner, but she didn't. She actually holds her own. And Kelly has that ex-husband who, we know that she claimed was locked up during the reunion because he refused to pay child support, or I forget what the reasoning was exactly. I know that she had a restraining order against him. I know that those are some of the details. I'll get into reading those details a little bit more, because for some reason right now I can't remember, and because I'm outside, I'm not going to go check right at this very moment. But I do know that he was locked up while she was filming the reunion of season 16, and I do know that throughout the show she did claim that he had, that there were situations that she had where she felt where she was not safe, and so that's the reason why she felt she needed a restraining order in the first place. Well, he's not very happy about the claims that were made against him on the show, or the fact that the show actually aired it, that the network actually went ahead and aired it, and now he's suing Bravo for quite a significant amount. Here is the story. I will be right back. Here's what I pulled up when I typed in Bravo is being sued for $200 million by an ex-husband. It says Chivalo Mark Farrell, the ex-husband of Kelly Farrell, is suing Bravo, for $200 million. He alleges that the network aired a fake storyline and defamatory statements about him. Now, if you guys look right here where it says key details of the lawsuit, it says plaintiff, of course, him. He joined for season 16 with Kelly, who was a newcomer. He was a husband. Defendant is Bravo and the show producers. The damages sought $200 million, including $100 million for reputational harm and $100 million in punitive damages. He says Farrell alleges that his ex-wife Kelly fabricated a story claiming he stole $420,000 from a joint loan they took out in 2022 to start a restaurant called Nana's Chicken and Waffles. He stated Kelly misused much of the money for personal expenses, including her birthday, that he repaid the loan in full. There were false accusations. He said Kelly falsely accused him of being abusive, defamation. He alleged Bravo and the show producers knowingly broadcast untrue statements about him, which led other cast members to label him a criminal, an abuser, and a fraud. Oh my Lord, I think it's going down on this new season of Real Housewives, as y'all can see. And I saw Portia posing with Kelly just the other day. So I know they done made up and they're good. So I'm trying to figure out what the hell. Okay. So that was reputational damage, judicial misconduct. Pharrell held a press conference where he also alleged that he was illegally jailed and that the Rockdale County Family Court system showed racial bias and sided with his ex-wife. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Now, that is a lot. Definitely a piece of work. Definitely a piece of work. But I feel like this new season is going to be, we're going to see more of this man. I just feel like we are. Okay. It says potential impact of the lawsuit. Legal experts noted that if Pharrell succeeds, it could have significant repercussions for the reality TV industry. Challenge the protections that shield the producers and force changes to how they handle participant waivers, editing practices, and liabilities for non-consenting third parties who are discussed on air. I must say, y'all, that was saying a lot. Actually, I agree with that. Those will be some serious challenges to the industry. Man, that's going to be like a bad girl shutting down bad girls clubs on oxygen, honey, okay? A lot of people ask, like, well, why did you stick around?
You didn't grow up with certain things, so you want to show your daughters like what that life looks like. You want to create this perfect opportunity and this perfect instance of what a family looks like, and I tried to do that for so long.
If in fact Kelly's husband was to win this lawsuit, $200 million, that would be a serious hit to the show. I don't even think that Bravo will continue to air the show after that. But those things did happen. You want to know what I predict? I predict that they are going to fight it and say that they didn't make the claims, that they filmed it, and Kelly is the one who made the claim, so she's the one who has to be sued, and it'll either be thrown out or they'll fight it. Or I predict that they'll settle. I would hope that if they can't win it, that they would settle. But what I do know is that if he wins that case, oh, baby, it is all bad and OVA. Okay? Well, I'm glad they divorced now.
And my divorce is final. You never had a Kelly that could be what you need. You never had someone like Kelly. Can't you see that you never had somebody like Kelly?
I've come to react to this clip of Tamar and her sisters. Oh my goodness. Now, the reason why you see this Jasmine Brand clip is because I happen to just be walking and I happen to just be posted right here on Instagram at the Jasmine Brand and looking at this clip. And I watched this full clip of the Braxton family values, or the Braxton sisters go at it. Now, first of all, I can hear that Tamar was saying nobody has the right to demand her address, or she was mocking somebody about demanding an address. Okay. The next thing we know is that Tamar said, I'm not expecting y'all to care about me. She said, but you do care about, I know your address because I put down a down payment on it. And she said, Tawanda has been stealing money from her forever and that she paid for her house. She also said, so then Tawanda said, what have you been stealing? And she said, who have I been stealing? What have I been stealing? And she said, men. And she said, men from who? And she said, Tony. She said, what men I stole? And she said, I saw Tawanda's mouth say Birdman. I don't care what nobody say. I know what I saw. She said, beep, beep. They beeped out the names, but it was 2 beeps. And it sounded like Birdman. Okay? Period. And so then she said, and another name that Tawanda said as well. Tamar gets up, tosses a freaking drink at Tawanda. Now, mind you, Trina, excuse me, shout out to Tracy, R.I.P. Trina is sitting at the table looking at Tony like, ooh, like it seems like this is something that they talked about before. And y'all know that Tony Braxton and Birdman got divorced a few months after they got married. Like they didn't really last for no super long time being married. She said she fell out of love with him, but I think that she might have just said that for the camera. Obviously something happened. So then Tamar says he said he slept with Tawanda. And Tawanda said, you know, that's a lie. And the next thing you know, she said, Tamar said, who else I'm gonna sleep with? Wooty woo. So apparently, I think Tony might have a new man because they beeped out that name too. Child, what a mess. And I have, but I'm gonna tell you this: I have the same dynamic as the Braxton family values, and it has never, and I mean not ever, in my knowingness, gotten this bad with me and my family and my sisters. I mean, I just rather not talk to him if it got to be all like that. That's just the way that I feel about that whole thing. Like, we just don't even have to talk for real. You know what I'm saying? If it got to be like that. And I'm okay with that. I think that this filming thing is tearing this family apart. That is tearing the people apart, okay? And they are not going to be able to heal on camera like this, trying to make sure that the world doesn't look at them like a villain and a monster so they don't lose money and they don't lose support and they don't lose this and that. This is not working. This is a bad dynamic for these sisters, and I don't understand why they don't see it. It's very sad, sad indeed. But I wanted to react to that video right quick, y'all. Tell me what y'all think down in the comments.
Guess who's back? Guess who's back?
Y'all want to sign too, Grimy? Look at these two dudes, Uiie and Nipsey Hussle. On the block.
What is that, yo? What you filming on? That's
I'm on Instagram.
Instagram. Looking up. You said got it.
Ain't nothing. I love nothing though.
Very well known Crip got killed tonight. He has one son that plays for the Chargers and one son that does not. And I don't know which son it was that got killed. I think it's the son who doesn't play for the Chargers.
All right, you guys, thank you so much for watching this video with me. Again, I'm sorry it couldn't upload and play correctly, but it was just a little compilation of tea that I dropped that I'm going to go ahead and delete from the device now. I want to wish you guys a very, very happy and productive night. I might go live again tonight about another subject. So if I do, I do. If I don't, it's probably because I'm watching reruns. All right, leave